Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2 Origin Continent. Chapter 237 Morosa's Excitement. 16th of Volume 6. Is this the true strength of Luo Feng? Difu curiously observed Luo Feng. It was his first time seeing Luo Feng's black robe and golden mask form. As the most powerful being in the entire Origin Continent who could deduce the secrets of heaven, seeing it with his own eyes once could gather a massive amount of information. Difu refines his body using formations. His body is a massive, movable formation. Wherever he goes, the vast and boundless range will naturally be within the influence of his formation, allowing him to collect numerous subtle pieces of information. Wherever Luo Feng walks, the void bears pressure. His life intensity or strength is above mine and Di Yan's. Difu instantly made the judgment. Any life form, including a grain of sand or a particle, will bear pressure in the void as a carrier. It's just a matter of whether the pressure is strong or weak. The strength of life encompasses or includes both the physical body and the soul. In Emperor Fu's formation induction or sensing, Luo Feng seemed to be an incredibly terrifying celestial body affecting the void. His influence on the void was far greater than that of Emperor Fu and Emperor Yan. In terms of life intensity, among the 12 emperors, only Emperor Ming is comparable to him. Emperor Fu was certain of this, of course, instinctively excluding Emperor Qing. Emperor Qing had already surpassed the ultimate realm, and his clones went to explore the outside world. Emperor Ming's mind transcends the God King level. He has been practicing the material source path, because of that his excavation in level of Xuanhuan bloodline is extremely high. His physical body was also the most formidable among the 12 emperors. In Difu's view, more than half of the 12 emperors would be completely defeated in a one-on-one confrontation with the Emperor Ming. At this moment, in Difu's perception, the life intensity of the black-robed golden-masked strongman was about 70% of the Emperor Ming. This completely surpassed the other 11 emperors. Is Difu observing this black robe? Di Yan couldn't see through Luo Feng's true reality, but he was very familiar with Difu and could tell at a glance that this was the state of the Emperor Fu's careful observation. Did I guess wrong? Difu and the black robe are not familiar with each other. Luo Feng came over and said with a smile. I am really honored to meet two emperors. One is the current ruling emperor of Yangfeng Ancient Kingdom, and the other is the first emperor. We are meeting Brother Black Robe for the first time as well, Di Yan said with a smile. Indeed, meeting Brother Black Robe for the first time is quite extraordinary, Difu also praised. The atmosphere during the meeting was quite good. Luo Feng said, I brought the 1,000 dream fruit. Did you bring the ultimate realm Xuanhuan bloodline biological materials? Of course, Difu replied. This time, Emperor Fu has gone against the consensus, a general agreement, and wants to exchange 50% of the corpse materials for this fruit, Di Yan said, while also observing the changes in the expressions and aura of Emperor Fu and Luo He. Emperor Fu glanced at Di Yan before saying, indeed, I took the lead on this. According to the other emperors, 20% to 30% of the materials would be enough. 20% to 30% of the materials can't even buy my 1,000 dream fruit, Luo Feng said with a smile. The bid from the three major alien races is already equivalent to 40% of the corpse materials. Let's examine the treasure. With a wave of his hand, Difu produced a black spatial bag. When the bag was opened, it revealed the massive corpse materials of the ultimate realm Xuanhuan bloodline creatures inside. Luo Feng also flipped his hand and took out the treasure box. Upon opening the treasure box, there was the Qinmeng or 1,000 dreams fruit. Both parties inspected the goods simultaneously. Luo Feng sent a strand of his consciousness into the spatial bag to examine it closely. The materials from the corpses of the ultimate realm's Xuanhuan bloodline creatures, even in small amounts, would reveal the complete form of the creature when probed with consciousness. It is easy to deduce that the corpse materials made up a significant portion of the entire body. These materials indeed come from the three-headed creatures, and they were all cultivated in the native land of the Origin Continent, Luo Feng concluded after his assessment. The total corpse material is approximately 50%. Indeed, it is the 1,000 dream fruit, Emperor Fu confirmed. No problem, then let's trade. Emperor Fu said, waving his hand as the spatial pouch flew towards Luo Feng. With a thought, the treasure box also flew towards Emperor Fu. Both sides were very cautious, fearing a sudden robbery. If Luo Feng attempted to rob, Emperor Fu, according to the rules, would have to summon several prepared emperors. These emperors will cooperate with Emperor Fu's grand formation to jointly besiege Luo Feng. Luo Feng was equally prepared, mobilizing the secret treasure, the Star Tower, within him. Once they made a move, the first thing he would do is imprison Emperor Fu and Emperor Yan in the Star Tower. Who? The treasures flew in front of each other without any obstacles. Very well. Luo Feng reached out and picked up the spatial bag. If you have the 4 great treasures, our Flame Wind ancient kingdom will be willing to acquire them. Emperor Fu also put away the treasure box. Note: the 4 types of treasures valued by 2 ancestors and alien races such as treasures left by Yuan and Hunyuan bloodline remains. With the transaction successful, both parties breathed a sigh of relief. Haha, the old rule, if there are treasures, I usually negotiate with the 5 parties, the highest bidder wins. Luo Feng was in a good mood. Then I'll take my leave first. Brother Black Robe, may I ask why you killed the 3 rulers of the Food Nation? Di Yan suddenly inquired. Luo Feng glanced at him with a half-smile on his face. If I want to kill, I will. Is there a need for a reason? After saying this, Luo Feng took a step. In a flash of black light, he had already disappeared. This Black Robe has quite the temper, Di Yan remarked. Strong abilities naturally come with a big temper, Di Fu said casually. Let's go. With that, Di Fu left. He needed to deliver the 1000 Dream Fruit to the clan's treasure vault. Only with the ancestors' approval of his request could he consume the fruit. Di Yan stood where he was, frowning slightly. It seems like those 2 aren't very familiar with each other, Di Yan remarked with some confusion. And that man in the black robe didn't care about me at all. The audacity in his words was something Di Yan could discern. Interesting. Di Yan chuckled. Since you've shown yourself, your identity will eventually be uncovered. He also vanished without a trace, returning to his flame capital. In the quiet chamber of the city lord's mansion in Huyang City, within one of the spatial layers of the Star Tower. Here, Luo Feng took out the corpse materials from his spatial bag. The enormous corpse materials from 3 ultimate-level Hunyuan bloodline creatures were scattered across this space, piling up like vast, unending mountain ranges. A single massive silver-white horn alone stretched over tens of trillions of kilometers. All of them were nurtured locally on the origin continent, Luo Feng thought with satisfaction. When he inspected the goods earlier, his formless and shapeless abilities had already confirmed that as long as he fully analyzes their internal structure, he could replicate their transformations. These Hunyuan bloodline creatures, though simple-minded and with relatively low levels of cultivation, could still wield ultimate-level power. Their physical bodies are truly terrifying. Luo Feng's eyes burned with intensity. Roar. Hiss. Woo. Above the piles of corpse materials, 3 massive phantoms began to take shape. These were the remnants of bloodline wills, the traces of consciousness left by the original Hunyuan lifeforms of these 3 creatures. One resembled an 8-legged clawed beast, another a serpent, and the last a furry creature. Luo Feng, however, paid no mind to these residual wills. Purely in terms of physical form, they are even more terrifying than the ultimate-level lifeforms we cultivate through practice. Luo Feng remarked, standing before a segment of the serpent's massive body. This single segment alone spanned over a quadrillion kilometers in length. Luo Feng observed it closely. It possesses the traits of the 24 aspects or phases, the phases of all things, and the 3 life phase a. Luo Feng marveled. And just from what I can discern, there are even 7 distinct phases present. It was as if Luo Feng was observing a complete Dao. When viewed from different angles, the Dao revealed different aspects or phases. Therefore, if one fully comprehends a complete Dao and cultivates it, there is hope for the ultimate life form to embody multiple phases. The more phases a life form could embody, the more terrifying its physical body would become. For instance, the 24-phase form was merely one manifestation of the life origin's complete Dao. For Hunyuan bloodline creatures with the power of the second realm of God Kings, possessing the 24-phase form is already considered outstanding. It is exceedingly rare to find one capable of embodying 2 phases simultaneously. However, these ultimate-level Hunyuan bloodline creatures generally possessed multiple phases. This multi-legged, clawed, single-horned creature. I can see that it embodies 6 phases. And this furry creature, I can see that it embodies as many as 10 phases. Luo Feng was astonished. This creature should be able to traverse different timelines with ease, shrinking or expanding in size, and even devouring entire worlds. Typically, the more phases a physical body embodied, the more powerful it became. This multi-legged, clawed, single-horned creature has a slightly lower cultivation difficulty, Luo Feng thought. But as of now, I only understand the 24-phase form. I still need to comprehend the other 5 forms. Each form represents one aspect, and only by fully comprehending all 6 aspects of its structure, combined with the use of his formless and shapeless abilities, could Luo Feng transform into the body of the multi-legged, clawed, single-horned creature. Aspect. An aspect refers to a fundamental characteristic, quality, or manifestation of the Tao. The serpent-like creature and the furry creature presented even greater challenges. As Luo Feng analyzed the materials from the three creatures, which embodied 6, 7, and 10 aspects respectively, he noticed some overlap among them. In total, these materials allowed him to glimpse insights into 15 distinct aspects. Observing the actual materials in persona ascent AAAA feels entirely different from merely contemplating the Tao, Luo Feng thought. With the physical specimens in hand, his research felt guided and far less difficult. In the past, Luo Feng had relied on sketching countless intricate secret patterns from thin air to deduce and simulate other forms. Right, Morosa. Luo Feng suddenly remembered one of the main reasons he had purchased these materials, Morosa's growth. Whoosh. Luo Feng immediately separated a portion of the corpse materials, setting aside some fragments. The amount he removed was only about 1% of the total. Morosa, Luo Feng called telepathically. Soon Morosa arrived and was summoned into the Star Tower. Master, what's the matter? Morosa's words trailed off as his eyes widened in disbelief at the sight of the colossal corpse materials piled like endless mountain ranges nearby. The intense aura emanating from the materials was overwhelming. This is. Morosa could hardly believe what he was seeing. In the past, the best food he had ever consumed was only parts of the corpse of a Xuanhuan bloodline creature at the second level of God Kings, which paled in comparison to what lay before him now. Master, are these all prepared for me? Morosa looked at his master, trembling with excitement. Luo Feng smiled at him and nodded. Of course. That's great. Master, you're the best. Morosa was incredibly excited, feeling an instinctive hunger deep within his realm, a primal desire to devour these materials. He could vaguely sense that these materials had the potential to elevate him to the ultimate realm of life, transforming him into a true ultimate level beast. I paid quite a hefty price to obtain these materials, Luo Feng sighed. Cultivating a realm beast is certainly not easy. The fragmented corpses of Xuanhuan bloodline creatures at the second realm of God Kings could still be bought, but complete corpses. The two ancient kingdoms didn't sell those. As for even better quality creature corpses, only with the 4 great treasures could one qualify to exchange for them. Even the least valuable of the 4 great treasures, the rare treasures with over 1 billion merit points, could attract the attention of some emperor-level figures. Luo Feng recalled how, by overwhelming other competitors and blocking the native creatures of the dream domain, he had successfully obtained the 1000 dream fruit. Without strength, such treasures will be completely out of reach. Without strength, even if he managed to make a deal with the 2 ancient kingdoms, the treasures would likely be stolen from him. Master, the price you've paid is worth it. Morosa said excitedly. I'm absolutely confident that these materials are enough to make me reach the ultimate realm. Once I do, I'll be able to help you. You must be careful with these materials, Luo Feng advised. If you consume about 70 to 80% of them, you'll reach the ultimate realm. The rest needs to be returned to me, I still have their uses. Don't worry, Master, Morosa said eagerly. Once I reach the ultimate realm, I won't need them anymore. Hurry and send me to the seclusion space, I can't wait. He had dreamed of reaching the ultimate realm for so long. Haha, go ahead quickly, Luo Feng laughed. Luo Feng smiled and waved his hand, shifting the massive pile of corpse materials, which resembled continuous mountain ranges, along with Morosa to another spatial layer. Blank. End of chapter. Subscribe. MTL World at MTL World 1 YouTube channel.